Hi guys, welcome back to a new Discord bot tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to create your own index file with a command handler. So let's get started. What you need to do is in your folder, you have to install these packages using NPM. You need the Discord.js library and also the file system library. So you just run npm I discord.js and fs, and it should create a node modules folder. And then you just need to run npm y. And there you go. So that will create a package lock file and a package JSON file. So now that you have all of that, you can now define or require the libraries. First we need Discord. Then let's define that our client is a new Discord client. Let's also define our let's also write our partials. There you go. Message, channel, and you don't really need to do this with the partials. You can just leave these brackets empty, but you know, I do it because maybe you'll need it later on, and it's just much easier to just write them here. There's no point in not writing them. Then let's define our file system library, whatever. Now let's create a client commands. Let's create a collection equals new Discord collection. There you go. Okay, now let's write const command files equals. So now you'd have to create a commands folder. I already have one, but you would just have to right click over here and press on new folder, and then const command files equals file system redirectory sync. So sync because we first wait to get the actual files, then we continue with the code. So that's why it's synchronous. And then let's do this the dot stands for this directory that we're currently on, that we're running the code from. And then check the commands folder, and then we're gonna read this. We're gonna read this directory. This is the path we're giving, and then let's filter each file that we get. The file has to end with JS, so it's a JavaScript file. So we're making sure that we're only showing JavaScript files. Then let's do for const file of command files. So for every file in our directory that was filtered over here, what we're gonna do is we're going to const command equals require, and then our folder, and then our file name. So for each file, we're going to check the commands folder and require. We're gonna get it and save in this command variable. Then we can now map our command name and our actual command object in our client.commands collection. Now that we have that, we can start with our regular event handler client once. So once we're ready, once the client is ready, let's just say console.log 200. So just console log okay, or it will console log 200, but usually 200 stands for the status code okay. So then let's do on message. So in case someone writes a message, these are just some basic events your bot should be able to handle. For example, if someone sends a message, you'll be executing a command. Let's first check if the message author, so who created the message, is a bot, and if he is, we're gonna ignore his message. Also, you don't have to add this, but I usually like adding this because this checks if there is a mentioned person in the message, and if there is, we're also going to check if that mentioned person is a bot, and if he is, we're going to ignore the command. This is so you can't really perform actions on bots, because for example, if you create a mini game, someone could just mention the bot and it'll start a mini game with the bot. Okay, so now we want to define our prefix. I'm just going to use dot. That's the default prefix I use. And now let's check if the message.content.starts with the prefix. If it doesn't, then we're simply going to ignore the message. Now let's define our arguments. Like that. And let's also define our command. Perfect. So what this will do is the args, it will take the message content, slice away the prefix length, which is basically the prefix, and then it would split the string into an array of different words whenever there's a space. Then the command, basically it will shift the arguments, so it will take the first element of the array, remove it, and save it as the command variable. Then it's going to save it to lowercase. So basically, if a person types .kick internet27 and then reason 123 so our args would be, so first of all we slice away the prefix length, so it's just going to be kick without the dot, and then internet27 reason and oops, 123. So now our command, what it's going to do, the shift is going to remove the kick from over here and it's going to store it in here, but it's also going to store it to lowercase. So if it was like this, command would now equal kick. Perfect. So what I want to do, I want to try to client.commands.get the command, and then execute the main function, which I call main, and pass through these parameters. We're going to pass through client, message, and args, and this is an object, and now if you ever need these variables in the main function, you can simply call them. Now we also need a catch over here, and we will simply not handle the error if we catch one. These brackets will be empty, and that's pretty much how you do it. So again, we try getting the command, but if it does not exist, we catch an error and we move on. That's pretty much it. Now we just have to log in using our bot token. There you go, and that's pretty much how you create your own command handler. If you guys have any questions regarding this video, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace out.